Hey guys, Pat Divilly here, teaming up again with Griffith College to share some ideas that I hope can support you in becoming the best version of yourself in the upcoming year. So one of the things that happens a lot of us is we get caught in ruts or routines. Sometimes a routine can actually be a rut in disguise. So I think it's important, and I've seen this over the years working with fitness clients and also business and life coaching clients, that one of the most important things for us in developing confidence, fulfillment and purpose is working toward goals. Obviously we need goals that are aligned to us and that lead to growth and development. That's a really important part of feeling alive. We have to be feeling like we're growing all the time. So I want to share something today that is where I feel a lot of people get stuck, and a principle that can really support you in making consistent progress that again brings this happiness, confidence, fulfillment and zest for life. Sometimes we get stuck in a rut. We don't want to be there. We want to be trying new things and experiencing new things rather than going through the same motions consistently on a yearly basis and feeling like we're living. True living is taking on new experiences and learning from those experiences. So in life, we've got two things. We've got skill sets and we've got challenge. Skill sets relate to our capacity, what we can currently do. So you've got a skill set for languages, you've got a skill set for cooking, skill set for fitness. You've got a bunch of skill sets, lots of them. You've also got challenges. So challenges are the things that come up in life, and these will all be relative to our skill set. To give you an example of that, fitness example is really easy to think about. If your current skill set with fitness is that you can comfortably do 5 squats, a challenge will be relative to that. So anything more than 5 squats is going to be beyond your current skill set. That's going to force you to grow. And anything under 5 squats is going to be a low challenge relative to your skill set. So that's going to be a comfort zone. So let's see what that would look like. Challenge lower than skill set, again, is comfort zone. So we think about comfort zone. We've all been there. We might call this again a routine or a rut. This is monotonous to a certain degree. It can be okay at times, but after a while we start to feel a bit meh. Now, the flip side of that is oftentimes when people decide they want to create a change, they take on a huge amount of change all at once, and they take on a challenge very high relative to their skill set. Again, with our example of someone that can do 5 squats, if they go to a personal trainer and the personal trainer gets them doing 30 squats, way beyond what's currently possible, and they end up feeling overwhelmed, they're sore, they can't train again for 2 weeks, they've taken on too much too quick. So I call this the panic zone. And this is common, particularly at the start of a year where people try to make some changes, they take on a huge amount, it's unsustainable, they jump into panic, and that panic is overwhelming, so they jump back to comfort zone. And it's this kind of dance between comfort and panic which leads to frustration. Now, the secret that I've found in all the clients I've worked with who have been successful in all areas from career to education to fitness is this zone, which I call the stretch zone. This is the magic, it's the stretch zone. So right up the middle here, we're finding the perfect ratio of challenge relative to skill set. In other words, we're going a little bit beyond what's currently possible on a consistent basis, which leads us to grow. Think about education, because I think education is one of the most important areas and something that we sometimes lose as we get a bit older. We think that it's just for people that have come straight out of school, and we don't think it's something we should embrace. But education can really provide us with tools, skill sets and development that can support us with our career, with our finances and with the life that we want to create. Sometimes people think being in a comfort zone, maybe where they haven't studied in a couple of years, that's where they're stuck and they can't make any change. And when they think about creating a change, they think about going back to college full time, about having to quit their job, about having to, work 2 jobs whilst going to college just to support themselves. They start building these stories and again, jumping into this panic zone. Now, what I love about something like Griffith College is that they offer all these courses where you can do blended learning. In other words, you can learn on the side whilst pursuing your full-time or part-time job. It's something that you can bring into your life. And again, you can move into this stretch zone where you're pushing your skill set a little bit beyond what's comfortable without becoming overwhelmed and without staying stuck in the comfort zone. They offer over 170 different courses, which you can study at your own pace in an environment that suits you. And I just love this idea that you can be consistently pursuing education without becoming overwhelmed. Imagine an hour a day of education for the next year. That's going to equate to 9 40-hour work weeks. Any area you want to study, you could become so much better, so much more skilled, and so much more valuable to the marketplace by putting even just an hour a day into it. But whatever you can manage, the most important thing I'd love for you to consider in the upcoming year is living in this stretch zone in the different areas of your life.